I'd describe myself as a very cynical person, um, due to just when I was brought up. My parents got divorced while we were on holiday in Disney World in Orlando, so I've never really had the magic of childhood that most children get. Um, I've always classed myself as an adult. Um, my artwork is very, very personal to me. I decided to do such a personal topic because it's what I find so special about the subject of art is um, just the way that you can vent what you feel without actually having to say it. And I think that this gave me a particular advantage because I was taking such a personal and deep topic which I couldn't really talk about to anyone, not my parents, not my friends, not my family, and it allowed me to vent it in a way that I feel appropriates what I was feeling. To most people, it'd look like a mess, but to me, it's so much more than just a mess. It is an accumulation of days and feelings, because every time I'd step up into this room, it was almost a performance. There was always something going on, and whatever emotional feeling I had was what would go into the piece. So numerous times I'd be very angry, and that's when we'd shred the newspaper to bits and throw it all about the room. So it really was all about the performance and how it was executed. What was particularly difficult was making the atmosphere anxious to other people while still being visually appealing. And this was quite a hard juxtaposition to get, and I feel that I've achieved it in what I've created here. I'm certainly proud of what I've created, and I think it has a very personal meaning to me, and I'm about 99% sure that it probably have a very personal meaning to other people. But it was just such an experience to go into the second year of art and have this massive anxiety and not being able to talk to anyone because I was always consistently worried about fitting in. And then as I got my thoughts and feelings out and worked through all of the little problems that had built up and accumulated into what was my own anxiety, it allowed me not only to vent through here, but it also allowed me to basically get better and set me on the road to the right path of being a lot less anxious and a lot more of the relaxed and chilled person that I remember I used to be. Well, my main artist I took the most inspiration from for this portfolio was an artist called Cornelia Parker, and she won the 1997 Turner Prize for a piece called Cold Dark Matter, An Exploded View. And this piece was a garden shed that she'd had blown up by the British Army, and she'd then collected the pieces and suspended them from the air with a light in the middle. And it was because she wanted to take something that everybody knew they had one, but it was really just like a side piece, and she wanted to rob it of that, like of its pathos, and really give it a brand new and completely unique meaning. I really liked the idea behind that, and that started off the inspiration of I was gonna do a bedroom when I just knew that I had to do something like this. And about November time, I lost all interest in doing it. It wasn't going to happen because my anxiety was sky high. I didn't want to come into college. I wanted to leave. And it wasn't until we went on an art trip in December and I saw my artist Cornelia Parker in the gallery that it gave me all the inspiration I needed to do the idea justice, because I think that's what I was mainly worried about, was not doing what I wanted to do enough justice for me. Well, in art you can never quite complete something. There's always something you can do to make something better, and that's all down to the personal opinion of the artist. Me, myself personally, I still think there's quite a lot that could be done to this room, but I feel that by doing more to it you kind of overdo the raw essence of the anxiety and the fear.
So that's why you have some like empty spaces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why parts of the room are empty. That's why parts of the room are absolutely cluttered. That's why parts of the room you're unable to get to due to the amount of strings. But as myself, I feel that the piece is successful and I wouldn't really want to do anything more to it, because I feel doing more you'd lose the raw essence of what it's about.
How are you going to feel like, because you're going to be on the one
I
to take
think
it down?
it'd be almost as much as a journey in itself taking it down, just because there's so much to clean. But I think that after I cleaned it, maybe then the space could get some use. I think, yeah, it would definitely be as much as experience, I feel, cleaning up the mess as it was. It'd definitely be like a healing process. Definitely experience I'd like to have, because then it really draws a close to what was a nightmare 1.5 2 years. And it really closed a chapter on the bit that I'd rather forget, but I know I'm not ever going to forget, because it's going to be something that'll stay with me forever, because the lessons I've learned are such important life lessons that it is okay to dance to the beat of your own drum. No one cares, because at the end of the day, that's essentially what it is. No one cares. You can do whatever you want, and as long as you're happy, nobody else's opinion should matter, apart from as long as you're happy. Well, this will stay up for the moderation, and it's the start of the exam season, which is 6 weeks long, and it's the most stressful part of the year for me, because I always want to do well in the exam. And now knowing that I myself feel I've done so well with this, that I have to prove myself in the exam again, and I want to do something completely different to this. I want to prove to the examiner that I can do art in a more traditional sense by going down the abstract expressionism route.